Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Brian, and in today's video, we're back with another Sims 4 speed build. So right now we're building for the Build and Share Challenge number 86, which is a library for Newcrest. And the whole backstory behind this is that you were contacted by an old friend of yours who's now the mayor of Newcrest, and she has asked you to propose a design to city council for a new library since the old one flooded, and the design needs to fit the style of modern and progressive. So you'll see with this build, I really wanted to heavily feature a lot of glass, a lot of metal, a lot of just straight lines, because I feel like modern design is a lot cleaner and a lot less frills than older designs, I guess. I think that's like the word I want to use for that. But, so right now I'm just doing a little bit of roof detailing, and in a few seconds you'll actually see that I start working on the front. Now, one of the cool things about this that I usually don't do is on top of the requirements the game has set for the library, you actually had some additional requirements that were set by the Build and Share competition, and a few of those, you had to have 4 parking spots that were 4x6 each. You could have done them 3x5, but that was the minimum, and I decided I wanted some spacious parking spots because I hate parking whenever the spots are super small in real life. So yeah, there's that. I was trying to be considerate of the Sims. And another thing I think you needed to have was, you needed to have appropriate landscaping, which you'll see in a second I did. Well, right now actually I'm placing some trees, but that's not all I did. I have some landscaping on the side that I think contrasts the really harsh lines of this build. It was kind of just like flowed along the side, and it was very organic in shape. So I think that looked really good. And something else you needed to have was a cafe area, and that was basically, you know, have a coffee machine or a tea maker and a fridge and a microwave and a sink and everything. Or I don't know if you needed the sink necessarily, but I added one, and I kind of made it into more of like, if you've ever been into a Barnes & Noble and they have like the little Starbucks area with the Wi-Fi and everything, I kind of wanted to make it like that. So I don't know if it's in this video or if I did this after the fact, but I ended up using one of the lot features. I think it was fast Wi-Fi or fast internet, because I thought that'd be nice in a new and modern library. So yeah, right now we're just doing a little seating area upstairs, and I tried to have a lot of seating options. I didn't want all the Sims to be clustered into one little corner, so you'll see I try to disperse some of that as well. Some things I wanted to talk about in today's build, or in today's video, is custom content. And I was wondering if I should start using it because, well, first of all, let me just discuss this. So basically, I'm thinking about using it because I feel like I want to have more options when it comes to my builds, but at the same time, I'm a little worried that if people want to download these builds and they don't have the custom content, then they'll be left with an empty lot, basically. And I know a lot of people just like having builds that are base game or whatnot, like just having, you know, the EA content that was officially released. But I don't really know necessarily how, like with the custom content stuff, if I'm going to or not, but it's something I'm really heavily considering right now. So I think the reason why I'm kind of going through this phase of wanting to do my custom content stuff and like adding a lot of that into my builds is because the other day I was watching a fellow Simmers video. His channel is Simarchitecture. I'll have it linked down below, and he built a Baroque theater, which is like kind of like an opera house, and I thought it looked so good. He featured a lot of custom content that looked amazing, like candles and custom columns and all kind of other things in his build, and I thought it looked really great, and it got me thinking like maybe I should go for that. When I first started playing The Sims on my new computer, which was at the end of last year, or around the end, I think it was possibly mid to late September I got my computer. So The Sims was the first thing I downloaded. And I tried playing around with some custom content. At first I really wasn't crazy about Maxis Match. So I went straight in for alpha content, downloading all the alpha hairstyles and the clothing and all kind of stuff. And I know I'm saying it like all kind of stuff, but it really wasn't a lot of content, and the content that I got took me forever to get. And so that's kind of why I swapped away from that, and I went and swapped to Maxis Match. So yeah, I did alpha for a while, and that was basically inspired by YouTubers that I saw who used it. And I do have a computer that can handle it. And you know, I have watched YouTubers who played Sims. It's kind of inspired me to start my own channel. But some people who inspired me with the alpha content, other than Simarchitecture, I watched Zorayla. She's also another YouTuber on here that plays Sims, and Urban Sims. And both of them, well, all three of them use alpha. To different degrees. Some of them use it more heavily than others. Some still feature a little bit of Maxis thrown in there and kind of like blend it. And sometimes it looks really good. But then I ran into this dilemma of feeling like I was... Well, first of all, I felt like I was kind of betraying the original vision that the Sims team had for the game. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't play as they want to. I think that's like great that there's so many options out there, but for someone like me, that just means that I want to keep downloading and downloading and downloading, and I start feeling kind of guilty when I use a lot of CC for some reason, and I don't know why. I love the way it looks and I love how the screenshots look and everything, but as soon as I start downloading and then it takes me a while and I start calculating how much time it's going to take me to even get the amount that I'd want, which I really want a lot of CC, because I want to have like, I guess like the whole thing, like the just like have like a full collection, and I want to be able to have a lot of choices. I start feeling guilty for using it, and so I ended my use of alpha CC because I could tell that it didn't fit with the game style. And so whenever I'd be playing, I would have, like, let's say I had 5 alpha hairstyles and the rest of the game was Maxis, and I could tell which ones didn't belong, versus when I swapped to Maxis Match, I couldn't really tell. So I'm kind of going through that whole phase of deciding whether or not I want to use one or the other. I know some people like to use both and have both in their game actively, like playing with it at the same time. But for me, I really just want to have go one way or the other with it, I guess. So I'm thinking, I'm just trying to get some ideas together if I should even play with custom content. Would y'all want to see that? Because it would take me a lot of time to get enough of the stuff together and to get a lot of the good stuff, because something else I ran into was I would download something that would look amazing in the thumbnails on Mod The Sims or on the Sims resource, and then I'd download it and it would either be broken or it would have clipping that I didn't like, and I felt like it wasn't quality tested by the creator. So I'm also running into that. So I'm really trying to think about as far as what's going to make my game look the best and what I'm going to personally like. And that's, I don't know what I actually like, and I know that sounds really bad. I should have some kind of decision and I should know what I'm doing, but I don't know. I like both of them and I don't want to play with both of them. So I really want some feedback on what you would want to see as a viewer, because I think that matters just as much as my opinion. And I honestly, I don't care either way. If you want to see Maxis Match or if you want to see Alpha, that's great. I do like that Alpha has a lot more realistic options, and that's one thing that has made me lean towards that. But it just, the whole process of collecting enough content for it to be reasonably played with in the game, it just took me forever. And I don't know, maybe I'm looking in the wrong spots. I know I said like Mod The Sims and the Sims Resource, and those are two that I really look at a lot. But first of all, Sims Resource takes forever. I don't have an account on there, and I wait, like, I do the 10-second thing and I wait, and then occasionally it'll like redirect me to some like spam website that I don't want to go to. So I don't know, and I have an ad blocker and everything, and I don't know. I don't really want to pay to use a website that has content, because technically I didn't think you were allowed to make money off of EA content, but that's just, I don't know. Anyway, so, and then I know Mod The Sims doesn't really have a lot of alpha stuff as far as what I've seen. I know they have a lot of recolors. Like I've seen people who have recolored hairstyles from something else that was alpha. But most of the stuff I've seen on Mod The Sims are either mods, obviously, or are just Maxis Match, or conversions from other games, which that's kind of cool too, to have some things from The Sims 2 and The Sims 3 in The Sims 4. I think that's kind of cool. But let me know what you think, and let me know like how, I mean, this isn't really an argument to have a defense to, I guess, but what would be your reasoning for using alpha over Maxis Match, or the other way around? Like I said, I do have, my computer is pretty, I guess I would call it high-end. I know that sounds so bad, like, oh, I bought a high-end computer just to play The Sims, but really I bought it just so I can like have stuff for my schoolwork and play around with rendering and video editing, and I wanted to just go all out, and that's kind of me as a person. I figure that I wasn't raised having a lot of money, so whenever I do get money, I like to invest it into something that I'm gonna put to good use to improve myself, and also to like have fun with it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie and say that The Sims and gaming in general didn't really kind of sway me either way about like what computer to get, but it definitely was something that helped in the decision-making process, but it's not the main drive for me to have bought this computer. So yeah, that's basically all I have written. I actually tried to write a little bit of like idea stuff down, but that's basically all I have to talk about. Oh, other than next month I might be doing contact fittings. For those of you who know me like personally, you know I wear glasses and I hate them so much. And I've wanted to wear contacts for a while now, but I can't do eye drops. Or I'm practicing. I can't drop stuff directly into my eye, I freak out. So yeah, now we're at the thumbnails at the end, the pictures I guess, not thumbnails. But yeah, let me know what you think about the whole CC thing, which way you would go with it. And if you wear contacts, hit me up. I might need some advice or some help as to how you got used to it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye guys.